Time now for the business news, and Will Hildebrandt is back in the studio with me. Hello, Will.
Hi, Rochelle.
And we begin with the markets.
Yeah, that's right. We're taking a look as Europe opened up at the top of the hour. And this is ahead of the release of minutes from the U.S. Federal Reserve's July meeting. So investors closely watching that. All indices opening up. A little bit of optimism that some clues might be gleaned from those minutes as to when the U.S. Central Bank might finally raise its key interest rate. So we'll be following that a little bit later. In Asia, trading mixed. Japanese shares were trading higher. They ended up 1%. Shanghai Composite down in the red, as was the Kospi. The Hang Seng, though, finishing up 0.1%.
Let's go to the US now, where a controversial website has been rescued.
Yeah, that's right. This is back from the brink for Gawker. It's a gossip news infotainment site, if you will. And indeed, it was spared thanks to a bankruptcy auction. Univision buying it, outbidding Ziff Davis to buy the website for $135 million. Now, the U.S. Spanish language broadcaster is seeking to expand its digital media footprint, and apparently not shy of courting controversy to do so. As for Gawker, its founder, Nick Denton, said that the site and its staff will continue in a way that its users are familiar with.
Now, the site sought bankruptcy in June. Does its sale mean that all of its problems are over now?
It's certainly on firmer footing. This is because it sought bankruptcy because of a sex tape scandal, essentially. Former wrestler Hulk Hogan, the Gawker website, leaked a sex tape and was ordered to pay $140 million in damages. Gawker then filed bankruptcy. It was later revealed that tech billionaire investor Peter Thiel, there you can see him on the left, was financing Hogan's legal fees. In 2007, Gawker had published an article outing Thiel as gay. Now, Thiel said his campaign was not vindictive, but rather as a deterrent to stop websites from probing into people's private lives. But there's a lot of backlash onto press liberty. So in theory, Gawker has more financing power because of Univision, but Thiel has nothing stopping him from launching another legal battle should he want to.
Okay, let's move on to something else now. Going to come here to France. Summer is busy despite declining tourism figures and a terror threat.
Yeah, that's right. Now, this is major cities like Paris and Marseille have been forced to downsize some outdoor venues. Paris canceled its open-air cinema. But defiant, many French are still going to cultural festivals. So it's a bit of a win for the French cultural landscape. Phoebe Lanzer-Wood has more.
France may be under a state of emergency, but festival goers are leading a cultural resistance, and it's music events that are proving to be most popular. 145,000 people headed to Les Francopholies de La Rochelle, while a whopping 278,000 turned up for France's largest music festival, Vieille Charrue in Brittany.
It's estimated that 70 million euros is being injected into the local economy. That's huge.
Almost every one of France's 3,000 summer festivals is a sellout. It's good news for classical musicians at the Chaise Dieu celebration in Auvergne. They rely on the season for their income. In fact, with a small budget of 1.8 million euros, the event is financed 50% by tickets.
It's a big adventure to gather the money needed to finance the festival, and it's thanks to the public's loyalty that we can keep the festival going.
The heightened terror threat and poor weather have done little to deter fans. Meanwhile, visitor numbers at annual photography festival, the Rencontre d'Arles, are up 15%.
At no moment did I question whether my safety was at risk.
We have to continue living in spite of the threats.
One thing that's helped keep attendance high is the increased security presence across the country. More than 12,000 extra police officers were drafted in for the season.
Let's take a quick look now at some of the day's other business headlines. And Nissan wants to increase the output in its South Korean factories. This is as a stronger Japanese yen has made it difficult to export competitively from Japan. The currency is up 20% against the dollar for the year. And Ford says it will mass produce a fully autonomous self-driving car without a steering wheel by 2021. It's partnering with Chinese firm Baidu to invest in technology, including the purchase of Velodyne, a California company.
Okay, well, we're going to stick with the theme of driverless technology, but this time on a farm.
Yeah, it's probably not where you would expect to see it, but a bold new generation of farming will include self-driving tractors, Dutch technology. But if you're looking at an apple orchard in Denmark, now how it works is the tractor is equipped with GPS. You then record a route that is stored on its memory, and the next time you use the machine, well, you could take a nap. Let's listen to one of the farmers testing the tractor.
There's no lunch breaks or getting off early or sick leave. I don't need to hire someone to do it, so I save man hours and some labor costs.
Pretty impressive, I think.
Indeed. Will, thanks very much. That was Will Hildebrandt with the Business Roundup.